Welcome back, guys. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're going to be doing a video about AMC. Before I start the video, guys, please make sure to leave a like on the video below. Subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Join the family, guys. Let's go on our investor journey together. Today we're going to be doing a video about AMC stock. What is the future of AMC? Will we see a squeeze again? And why AMC stock is up 20% today. But before I start the video, guys, just want everybody to know that I am not a financial advisor. Everything I say in my videos is just for educational purposes only. So with that being said, let's get started with the video. So we all know AMC and GameStop, like they're probably like two of the hottest stocks on the New York Stock Exchange as of recently since last year. We all know that, a lot of them went through kind of like what we know as a short squeeze. If you guys don't know what a short squeeze is, it's basically if a stock has a heavy amount of shares shorted, meaning that there's a high borrow rate at a higher price to pay back at a lower price. If enough people buy into the stock, if there's good news that makes the stock rally, then this is generally good enough to make the stock basically go through what we know as a short squeeze. So let's dive in. Let's look at AMC. Let's see where the stock is headed. So looking at the 1 week chart, it's up 22%, which is really, really good. 1 month down about 13.44%. 3 month chart down about 17.33%, and the 1 year chart we're down about 20%. But on the 5 year chart we're down about 42%. But we do see here that we do have a high here. I think it was around $77 at the time, where kind of AMC was getting a lot of hype. Here's the thing with these stocks though, what's really funny is just the fact that like you can never really sleep on AMC or GameStop stock because they end up always just having these significant rallies out of nowhere. They're very explosive, and I do think that this is just due to the fact that a lot of people are holding these stocks, but a lot of people also do know that these stocks do have a huge amount of short interest in them. So they're easily driven up because people generally, when they short, they continue to short the stock all the way until basically they want it to go to zero. So when they see any form of momentum, that's why we see these huge price swings in AMC and GameStop, because people will short it at, $20, and then they'll short it at 15, and they'll short it all the way down to 12. And then what ends up happening is we get really good news for AMC, or we see just this massive run up in AMC stock. And what starts to happen is people start covering their shorts, because you can never really, the last stocks I would ever want to short in the New York Stock Exchange is AMC and GameStop, because they're just known to have very explosive, stock power. These stocks can rally 20, 30, 40% in a single day. That's not like financial advice. I don't short generally, but from the general perspective, if I were to short a stock, GameStop and AMC they're definitely the last stocks I'm going to be shorting. I would not take the risk to go ahead and short these stocks. So let's talk about why AMC is shooting a little bit higher. I do know a little bit does have to do with, the new movie that came out, Top Gun. I think people are excited. They do think that the movie is going to generally do very well in the box office. But like I said, AMC stock is still really short, guys, with over 20% of its shares outstanding sold short. So, guys, you have to understand that that's a huge amount of short. 20% of its overall stocks that are outstanding are being shorted currently. Like, that's enough to make a stock once squeeze again. I think people out there, they generally do want to get that squeeze again out of AMC stock, right? But it's just going to take a lot of good news after good news after good news to keep it driving. So, like I said, because AMC has so much, stocks or basically shares that are being shorted, it's really easy to get this explosive power out of AMC stock. So that means AMC stock could blow up at any time. It happened last year. It's happened multiple times in the past with other different stocks. So people expect, they're like, okay, what's AMC going to? Well, AMC theoretically, guys, can go to $100. Like literally all it takes is one massive pull up for people to start running to cover their shorts before people start panicking and they start, having to pay back the shares. Like I said, guys, they're not paying back 1 million shares or even 500 shares, 1,000, 200,000. Guys, these are millions on millions on millions of shares that are being paid back. They have to be bought. So this obviously drives the price all the way up. So, a lot of people are saying, okay, so where could AMC be headed within, the next couple of days, the next couple of weeks? Obviously, the markets are closed for Memorial Day, and I just want to give a quick shout out to all the soldiers out there. Thank you guys for all you do. But all I'm saying from a general perspective is it's really too hard to put a price target on AMC stock, because the stock does have the ability to run at super high rampant rates. Like I said, today we got a 20% day. You know, on Tuesday we could get a 20% day. On Thursday we could get a 50% day. No one really knows because, like I said, these stocks are super volatile. If you want me to think, I do think that AMC is going to start resurfacing up back to the $20, $25 level. So if we take a look at the 3-month chart here, we do see this spike up around March where AMC did hit 29.33, and then it kind of just slowly fell back down. I think that just has a lot to do with a mix of everything. Like the stock market generally took a huge crash around that time, or a little bit more of a correction once Jerome kind of started announcing, you know, more aggressive rate hikes. But analyzing from a bigger perspective, AMC generally does also move with the market if you want to take a look at it from a bigger perspective. So if you take a look at the 1-year chart, down about 21.28%. The funny thing is, it's actually doing a lot better than most stocks out there, because most stocks are down 50, 60, 70% on their 1-year chart. So the fact that AMC is holding up pretty well is actually pretty funny. But people don't like to invest in AMC because they think that the business is generally going downhill. I don't know, because, you know, there's been a lot of good movies out there like Doctor Strange. We saw Spider-Man. We have this new movie coming out, Top Gun. So it's really too kind of hard to predict where AMC's business model is going to go in the future. I don't personally think AMC is going to go out of business. I love going to the movie theaters. It's been something that I've always loved to do. It's something that I still religiously try to do. You know, every time a good movie comes out, there's just something about the movie theater experience. A lot of people argue or testify that it could end up like the next blockbuster. Who knows? No one can predict the future. But going back to the overall stock in itself, I do see more upward momentum in AMC stock, just because, like I said, you know, as the market continues to do better, if the market continues to rally, I do see AMC going up with it. But like I said, when there's a lot of, you know, short percentage in a stock, people like Wall Street Bets and all those guys, they generally want to force out a short squeeze. That is the biggest risk it takes. All it takes is, you know, some piece of good news like, oh, AMC gets a buyout, or, you know, this big hedge fund is investing in AMC. The stock jumps 40, 50%. People have to run and cover their shorts, and then the stock just goes up from there. So you can never really rule out a short squeeze. Do I think AMC stock is going to go through a short squeeze again, or basically what we went through last year when the stock hit around $70? I do. Although you cannot predict it, we've seen it with GameStop, we've seen it with AMC. They have these explosive moments out of nowhere. No one can predict what the stock is actually going to do, but I do think that another short squeeze is actually on the horizon. I do see AMC and GameStop going through kind of similar to what we actually saw last year when they went through a squeeze. I do see this happening again. Can I time it? Absolutely not, and I can't really put a price prediction on it. It could go to $50, it could go to $100, it could go to $200, $500, depending on how much, you know, the stock is getting driven up. But like I said, 20% of its shares that are being shorted, like, that's just absolutely huge. So that does put the potential for AMC stock to have a much bigger short squeeze. But with that being said, guys, that's all I really have to say about the video. You guys let me know down in the comments section below, guys, what you think of AMC stock. Do you guys think AMC is going to go through another short squeeze? If you guys own AMC stock, how many shares do you guys own and what's your average? I'm always very curious to know. With that being said, guys, thank you. Have a great day.